Hey, welcome back. It is as always good to see you today. It is Tuesday, I think. Yeah, Tuesday. So I recorded content regarding Amberlynn's latest video, the I Lied to You, Not Clickbait video, and none of my audio exported or was recorded from Streamlabs. And the video ended up turning more into a video about the Narc alert. So I have to start over, re-record everything, and I have everything in Streamlabs right now. So hopefully I'll be doing a minimal editing and I can get this out quickly. And yeah, I've cut out the first half of Amberlynn's video. The only thing maybe really of interest could maybe be she got her nails redone, and now she has this weird chromy silver nails that are very pointy looking. I don't know, maybe she's going to be doing a Catwoman cosplay. I don't know. But she has very pointy and sharp chrome nails now. I guess maybe also her hair is looking a lot healthier. She's changed shampoos, and yeah, her hair is looking better. But so first, we are going to watch Amberlynn's content talking about the surgery and the surgeon information being leaked, and we may interject with longer clips from the Narc alert from a couple of videos. So let's, I guess, go ahead and get into it.
People weren't really gonna care because I feel
I don't know why she would think that. She accused a reaction channel of leaking information, doxing information about who her surgeon was going to be, and basically her personal medical information, really. That's a pretty serious accusation. And my microphone might be a little loud here. Let me try to turn that down a little bit. I didn't think it was true. We'll see a bit later. I was wrong. There is actually truth to this, and we are going to get into it. But first, let's continue to see what Amberlynn has to say.
like that's usually what happens. Like I share something that is like really big to me, and a lot of people make it really small. But a lot of you have been like, wow, that was wrong. I've also received a lot of people asking me a few questions about the situation, so I figured I would answer them.
So yeah, I would say that's not cool to do. Even if just one person saw the video that the Narc alert did and decided to contact the surgeon, that's not okay.
You guys. So the first one being is, why did you lie about your surgeon? Because a lot of people went back and they were like, wait, I thought your surgeon was in a different state. Wait, I thought your surgeon was a female. I'm confused. So yeah, I did lie. I did lie about who my surgeon was. I lied about where they were. And it's because I wanted to steer Narc alert. I wanted to steer Kicking Geese, which are the two reaction channels.
So I was like, what the hell does Kicking Geese have to do with this? And I'm like, she doesn't strike me as the kind to be involved in this sort of thing. Again, I was wrong. But as far as Amberlynn lying about that information, I think we all knew she was lying because she said they were in a different state. It was going to be an overnight trip. But the day that she actually went to do her seminar or meeting or whatever it was, we saw her leave that morning, and she was back later that afternoon. So it was pretty obvious that it wasn't a long trip. And then she also said and she gave a little more information about the clinic. And people were starting to question, could this be Dr. Smith? And Amberlynn never confirmed the name of the doctor, but she did give some information because she was excited about this weight loss surgery and what the clinic had to offer. So she was sharing this information. Does that mean people should take that information and look up the clinic and contact them? No. No, it doesn't.
Did dox him, but it was first Narc alert, and then Kicking Geese decided to do that as well. And in several live streams, she would pull up, his seminar, pull up his name, and say that this is Amberlynn's surgeon. Like, it wasn't just one live stream where they did this, it was multiple and multiple. I wanted to steer people away from my personal medical information and life because I don't think that's anyone's business, honestly. So
it's not. It's really not. Amberlynn is under no obligation to share her personal medical information or who her physicians or doctors are with the internet. Um, we aren't, we shouldn't feel entitled to that information. Now, I completely could not remember, I guess, when these things happened. So Amberlynn had started apparently talking to the weight loss clinics late 2022. And the Narc Alert did a live stream December 6th, 2022, looking up this information. And we're gonna watch that here in a few minutes. But Amberlynn started talking more about this in January, and that's when she started giving the kind of misdirecting, if you will.
I was trying to protect myself. So I stated multiple times that my surgeon was female and that it was in a different state than where I was actually living. I only ever did that because I was scared since I knew that he was doxxed. So I wanted to do everything in my power for people to not believe that Dr. Smith was my surgeon, because I did not want the surgery ruined for me, because at the time it was everything. Like, I wanted the surgery more than I ever wanted anything. And I went through a lot in that era, like constant tests, and it was stressful. It was a lot of money.
I will say this would be very stressful, and having people harassing the clinic would make it even more stressful. So since I don't really watch the Narc Alert, I was not aware that this had happened. I am in her Discord. I don't really pay attention to it. I just go look things up periodically, because I used to be a channel member for her channel a couple of years ago. So full disclosure on that. But so I was like, no, she probably wouldn't have done this. And I certainly didn't think Kicking Geese would be involved in this, because I thought that she and Kicking Geese had their falling out in 2022, but apparently that was mid-ish 2023, because apparently 2023 was just a very long year, and I have no clue when things happen anymore. So it's understandable that Amberlynn would try to protect this information, since she apparently found out or knew that this information had been, I guess, leaked by the Narc Alert.
Time, that is what I wanted and what I needed, and I didn't want anyone to ruin that for me, because I could tell that that's what was happening. And that goes into the next question of, why didn't you tell us about Narc Alert doxing your surgeon way sooner than this? Like, why didn't you tell us while it was happening? Because if I did that, that would have confirmed who my surgeon was, and I didn't want anyone to know. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this isn't the first time I have had issues with the Narc Alert and I didn't even say anything about it. Like, another really good example of that is, like, a lot of people think that I go on Reddit and like I get my subreddits taken down. I have never in my life done that. I'm telling you, like, hand to the universe, hand to everything that I love, I have never done that. I'm not a Reddit girly pop, and I truly don't care if people are on other websites talking about me on forums and things like that. Like, I don't care about that. Like, deep down, I don't. But the Narc Alert actually got one of my subreddits taken down. She ended up bragging about it on her Discord, saying, like, I'm the one who got it taken down. And she was saying how, oh, everyone thinks it's Amberlynn, but little do they know it was actually me. And I never said anything about it, because I personally don't want to put my energy into this woman. I don't like her. Her whole channel is very reflected around the fact that she thinks I'm a narcissist, while she is continuously showing narcissistic tendencies, like, and she can't even admit to them. Well, I'm over here where it's like, yeah, I do have my narcissistic tendencies. I am able to pinpoint them for you if you wanted me to. But for you.
So I'm going to stop her here real quick. Yes, I do also think the Narc Alert shows these tendencies, that she can't take accountability either. But let's take a little break here from Amberlynn, and let's look at this Discord, or at this Reddit issue, because what Amberlynn's saying is true. The Narc Alert did do this. So here we have screenshots that I took myself from the Narc Alert's Discord, where she was talking about this person that was posting about her. Said they were flooding all the channels with spam, meaning the Discord channels, and then I redacted people's information here. Somebody said, that's messed up, and she said he tried, I geo-blocked Sweden, and then somebody else says, like it was an all avenue attack, and somebody says, fuck. And then the Narc Alert says, then he went on to accuse X of sexual harassment, said I knew about it and was okay with it, called me an ex-racist. We got that ALR subreddit nuked due to the slander. Everyone thinks it was Amber. It was us. So she said this in her Discord. And here, this is from the Snark Alert. This information I'm getting ready to play. Thank you, Snark Alert, for having this available. That's why I don't have to go try to find this myself.
Reddit is down. Apparently, the Ambabies or whatever, the Amberlynn Reed subreddit is down. So, yeah, I don't know what to
Yeah. Oh, I'm so surprised. Shock.
tell you about that.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that. Which is an absolute lie. She knows exactly what to tell us about that because she's the one that got it taken down.
Or may not have been Amber. It could have been a million things. Okay.
Yeah, it could have been a million things. Maybe it was Maybelline. But as we can see from the Discord, it was her.
Don't jump to any conclusions.
Yeah, don't you? Yeah, maybe it was Amberlynn. Maybe it wasn't.
It could have been a million things. It could have been. I wouldn't even assume to even say it was her.
Yeah, look at that looking away. I wouldn't even assume to say it was because you know damn good and well that it wasn't Amberlynn. But you are more than happy to let people think it was Amberlynn and to go and accuse Amberlynn of getting this Reddit, the subreddit, taken down whenever you know it was you.
Sophie says the subreddits were banned because they broke Reddit's terms of service of creating new subreddits for previously closed subreddits. Interesting. Yeah, all the subreddits are down. Well, you know what? I gotta tell you, I don't really visit those Reddits.
No kill.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that for a second.
Oh God.
So it doesn't really break my heart. And the other thing is,
That shady out.
Look at that little shit-eating grin. She's happy about this stuff.
Reddit thread about my Discord.
is gone now.
Yeah, because she got this shit taken down. She doesn't want anybody saying anything negative about her, but people in her Discord and she can say negative and horrible shit about Amberlynn and other people all day long.
And in a few days, after Google re-indexes things again, when you Google my name, that fucking thread isn't gonna come up.
I hate the fucking place. I fucking hate it. It's full of dickheads. I fucking hate it.
Thank you, Snark Alert, for these little interjections.
Stupid thread started by 6 annoyed people that came up first in Google results.
Yeah, so she said that 6 people got pissed in her Discord and left, which may or may not have happened. I know a lot of people have left her Discord because they think it's a toxic environment, and it can be, in my opinion. She has people in the Discord that basically think she can do no wrong, which that's not a good relationship.
Kind of bugged me.
And now, poof, it's gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, little boy. It's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's how she feels about that, and it's not, it's very shady and underhanded of her to get these Reddits taken down, but to let people think it was Amberlynn and people be like, oh, Amberlynn's so awful. She doesn't want anybody. She's getting these Reddits taken down. When it was the Narc Alert. So let's go back over here. Hopefully my video's where it was.
Hey guys.
Okay, I think we backed up a little bit here because I had to let it play through, but we're gonna rehear it with a couple seconds here.
And I never said anything about it because I personally don't want to put my energy into this woman. I don't like her. Her whole channel is very reflected around the fact that she thinks I'm a narcissist while she is continuously showing narcissistic tendencies, like, and she can't even admit to them. Well, I'm over here where it's like, yeah, I do have my narcissistic tendencies. I am able to pinpoint them for you if you wanted me to. But for you to like dox my surgeon and like act like it's totally fine, take out a whole ass subreddit, brag.
The Narc Alert is doing that. She doesn't think she did anything wrong. And we'll see that here in a little bit.
About it and say, ha ha ha, everyone thinks it's Amberlynn, but little do they know it was actually me. Well, I'm getting constantly harassed. Oh my god, I can't believe you would take down the subreddit. Like, how lame are you? Like, I can't with this woman personally. So while everyone thought it was me taking down the subreddit, it was actually this reaction channel. I honestly don't know why she got the subreddit taken down, but
well, I just showed you why. But here's
knowing her is probably because they said something about her. But regardless of
the shade. And she's not far off. Yeah, she didn't like people saying that this person that she was working closely with, I think this was the person that she was going to be creating her second channel with, and then this person kind of disappeared. I don't know what happened, because I again wasn't active in the Discord to see any drama go down. But yeah, it's funny because she didn't like people saying that. She said it was slander. Girl, isn't Reddit full of slanderous type comments? I mean, come on now.
And it would have been very nice for her to like maybe make a video and say, y'all, it wasn't Amberlynn, it was actually me. But of course she's not going to do that. And of course,
no, she won't, because she feels justified in her actions. But she's not going to admit to doing it because she knows people were blaming Amberlynn, and that was exciting. It was like, oh, people are thinking Amberlynn's lying about this. When she says that she didn't do it, they're like, oh, she's just lying again. And she was getting a kick out of that.
She's not going to admit the wrongdoing of doxing a surgeon. Instead, she wants to blame her audience, and she wants to blame Kicking Geese and everyone else around her. She even wants to blame me because I was sharing my journey to get weight loss surgery on YouTube, and I purposely.
And she absolutely did that, and we're gonna see that.
Being very, very aware of the fact that like people could figure out who it is, so I'm gonna make sure to say things that would steer them in a different direction. And I know that is me lying, but I was doing it to protect my medical.
I don't blame Amberlynn for lying about who her doctor was. We all knew she was lying about it. I don't think anybody's surprised by that. Just like we all knew that she was lying about who wifey was. We all knew it was the same wifey. When it comes to the surgeon, that's private information that Amberlynn did not want to share. She did not want people to know who her doctor was. That was private medical information. Now, she did share information that people would be able to find who this doctor is, as we see, or we're going to see here shortly. But that doesn't mean it's okay. That doesn't mean it's okay to find this person. And people are saying, oh, it's not doxing because he's a public figure. Just because he's a public figure doesn't mean it's okay to say who his patients are. And then to contact this doctor about this patient. That's not okay. You should not be interfering in somebody else's medical care. If this person is of zero relationship to you, this is just some random person on the internet. What the fuck does it matter to you? If Amberlynn's lying to her doctor, that's between her and her doctor. And should she be doing it? No. But why is it anybody's place in Gore World to be contacting the surgeon and harassing them about one of their patients?
Personal life. For those of you that I have hurt by lying about this, I am very sorry.
I don't know who you would have hurt by doing this, to be honest. People might feel like they can't trust you, which we all know that Amberlynn lies about stupid shit. This instance of like trying to steer people away from who her doctor is, I get it. I mean, I really do.
Because that is never my intention to hurt anybody. But I had to choose myself in that situation. And the reason why I'm talking about it now is because I finally feel comfortable. Like, I no longer see Dr. Smith. I don't live in Kentucky anymore. It's just at the time, I'm not going to sit there, talk about it. And that's the confirmation of, yeah, Dr. Smith is my surgeon. I couldn't do that. I wasn't going to do that. I was very, very.
I know a lot of us speculated. Oh, she said it's a famous doctor. I wonder if it's Dr. Smith. Because, I mean, the only ones that I know of were Dr. Smith, Dr. Proctor, Dr. Now. I think those were probably the three most famous gastro or bariatric surgeons. I mean, she's not going to Texas to see Dr. Now. She's obviously not going to Georgia to see Dr. Proctor. So that leaves Dr. Smith. Am I going to go try to dig up and confirm this information and share it? No, because I don't care enough.
Upset about it for a very long time. And yeah, I am actually still upset about it because it sucks that happened. But I finally am feeling like better about the situation where it's like, I'm going to move on. Like, it is what it is. It happened. Now I'm ready to move on. But I did want to share the story with you guys because I told you that I would. I do want to thank everyone for the support during this time, and for people like who even really dislike me. They're like, I might dislike Amberlynn, but this is not right. Like, I appreciate,
It's not okay.
all of us standing together in that regard. I know no one's probably going to listen to me, but just don't harass Narc Alert. Don't harass Kicking Geese. There's no reason to harass people because that is like what I was going through, and it doesn't.
I don't think anybody's harassing them. They may be. Shouldn't do that. I mean, there's no reason to harass people. I mean, you can I guess hurt their channel by just not watching their videos, and maybe, I mean, if people really cared enough, they could leave a comment and say why. Be like, hey, I don't agree with your actions, so I'm no longer going to watch your videos. I mean,
feel good. So I definitely don't want anyone else to experience that because it's not a fun feeling. It happened. It sucks.
it's not. All right, so that was Amberlynn talking about the situation and then adding in the information about the subreddit. So I initially, when I watched this the first time before I went and watched the Narc Alerts video that we're going to watch here in a second, I was like, she's giving this piece of truth, which was the subreddit. That absolutely did happen, to bolster her claims of the Narc Alert sharing her doctor's information. But they both happened. The Narc Alert did confirm and share this information. So I initially thought, I didn't realize, rather, that the Narc Alert did this in early December, because we did have confirmation at the end of January, and I'm going to show that here. We had these messages posted in her Discord on January 26th of 2023. Somebody was at the same bariatric center where Dr. Smith works out of, and Amberlynn was there. We see here they're saying, y'all, my fucking worlds are colliding. Amber is here at the bariatric center. I am looking at wifey with my own 2 eyeballs. And the people ask some questions. A little bit later, she says, the class started. The main doctor here is the Dr. Smith who did Amy and Tammy's surgeries from 1,000-Pound Sisters. I believe he just did Tammy, because Amy, I believe, saw Dr. Proctor. There are lots of large people, but she is one of the largest for sure. Smell, unsure, will update. Somebody had asked in here, how does she smell? I bet she smells bad, because people can be assholes. So I thought, the Narc Alert didn't need to go try to get this information to confirm, because we already had confirmation at the end of January of last year that this was Amberlynn's doctor. But it turns out the Narc Alert dug up this information and found out in early December. So here we have, first we're going to watch the video from December 2022, where the Narc Alert and Kicking Geese are looking up this information. It's not very long.
KK says there's 21 weight loss centers in Lexington. Okay, so I've got some work to do then. Is that what you're saying? To find the seminar?
So they are so concerned with the seminar that Amberlynn has to take online that they're trying to find out who this is, right? She has to narrow it down. We're going to see if we can speed this up a smidge.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess there's a, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you can narrow them down to like driving distance from Lexington. I can't imagine Amber spending too many hours in a car. Oh, that's another thing. Maybe that's why she was down weight this week. I didn't see her go many places.
Here, I bet it's BaptistHealth.com. That's my guess.
Nope.
Weight loss surgery seminars. Register to attend a live, view our online, oh no, this is view our online what to expect.
Yeah, so this seminar that Amberlynn was attending was a live online seminar.
No, that's not it. No, you guys. Now I'm gonna be up all night looking at Kent.
So she cares enough that she's like, okay, so remember what she's saying in this video. She's going to be up all night looking for this.
Freaking bariatric surgery places.
Well, I can poke around too.
We'll find.
And now Kicking Geese is like, oh, well, you know what? I'll look too.
Yeah,
We'll find it.
I'm sure we'll.
We'll find it. We're going to find out who Amberlynn's doctor is so we can try to get this information.
Jan says, Merc, I sent you one with a seminar. Thanks, Jan. I'll check mine. I turned Discord off the computer.
Oh, I just reopened it because I bet.
Oh, Georgetown Bariatrics. I see. Says. Let's see.
And that is where Dr. Smith works.
Let's.
Baptist Health.
So here's the
here we go.
Georgetown
Norton
Bariatrics
Healthcare?
website.
Okay.
Here's Georgetown. Oh, this is probably it, Jan. Good eye. It says first complete the seminar, enter your contact information, and complete the seminar.
So people in the Narc Alerts live stream here were also trying to dig up this information. People cared enough that they're trying to dig up, narrow it down from these 21 different bariatric clinics to find out which one Amberlynn was going to.
Seminar quiz. This has got to be the one.
Oh my god! Wait, can you send me that link? Wait, should we look at do the seminar together? We should do it on Discord.
It's an hour.
An hour? I got time.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Okay.
That's it. She showed it. Okay, Jan on the Lamb. What a rock star you are.
Thanks, Jan.
See, John.
Yeah, so here, we actually do have a phone number visible here, but we have the website. Anybody can go find this website now and look up any of its information. The Narc Alert doesn't have to post, here is its address, here is, because she gave its information where you can find it yourself very easily.
On the Lamb, and she still finds
On
the
the
stuff.
Lamb.
She's watching her back all the time, and she's still finding links. It's amazing.
Jan's slowly taking the crown from Ella.
Jan's, you know, Jan lives very close to me too.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know where because she's, you know, on the Lamb.
No.
But she's within probably an hour-ish drive away.
Wait, there's the quizzes there too?
Yeah, but you got to take the seminar before you can take the quiz.
And the seminar.
Jamie says Amber didn't listen to shit for an hour.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying in the React. That she was like, okay, well, I'm going to eat my Pokeball first. And then she did a bunch of stuff. And then she started taking the 16 personalities quiz, which I'm sorry, guys, she is not.
Yeah, so they were reacting to one of Amberlynn's Vlogmas videos. And she was talking about this seminar.
An INFP.
Yeah, you have to register.
She is not introverted. She friggin' jiggles her boobs. She goes on TikTok with like nothing on. I mean, come on.
Doesn't mean she's not introverted, I guess. But, I mean.
She's like exhibitionist. You know, I don't know.
Oh, I can't do this. I'm not in the States. Insurance. I got to fill in insurance.
Well, just lie.
Just lie. So Kicking Geese is like, you know what? Just lie about who you are and where you live and why you want to do this seminar, just so we can get the information.
Yeah, but I don't even. What should I put there
Oh,
for
God.
insurance? Should I put self-pay? That's what she
Oh,
put.
yeah, put self-pay.
Is that what you call it there in the United States of the Americas?
Yes.
Self-pay.
How did you
Yeah.
hear about us? Famous YouTuber. Is that a choice? Famous YouTuber. Friend or family? Friend or family? My friend Amber. Okay, you guys, I just registered.
No.
I'll get the links. I wonder how fast you get the link.
So yeah, that's how we're going to watch that. They talk about it a little bit more. But she filled out the information to sign up for this seminar to take it. So this is when she docs the information. She's going to say she didn't really dox semantics. When she confirmed, oh, hey, because they're going to continue on here and see
Wait, who
who the
said
doctor
that?
is. They're going to see that it's Dr.
Someone said in the
Smith. They're
chat that
going
they
to
were
pull up.
INFP. Kate said I am INFP. Well, so was Amber. You guys have the same personality.
Yeah, so they're going to pull up a screen showing who the surgeons are. And Dr. Smith is one of the doctors. So, but we're going to go watch the Narc Alerts video when she was talking about doxing. So let's flip over to that.
Oh, look at now. I gotta take him off. Put him back. Hi, him.
All right, so here we have, this was the Narc Alerts video that she streamed the other night. Basically defending her actions and excusing her actions and putting the blame on everybody else but herself.
Thank you for your patience. When you gotta go, you gotta go. I drink a lot of coffee, can I say? All right, let's go. Let's go. This is what everybody's been waiting for, the non-tea. This is so stupid. Bacon's is on fire today, Snork.
Perfect segue, Amberlynn. What really happened during the weight loss surgery era? Okay. I specifically said repeatedly during that whole era, I will explain later. You guys will see why I'm upset.
I don't remember her saying that, but man, I'm getting old. I can't remember every single little thing Amberlynn says.
Later, I can't tell you.
I do remember her saying that there was something going on that she couldn't talk about, but she would tell us later. I don't remember her saying she was upset, though, but maybe she did. I just don't recall.
Now, but I'll tell you later. Later is here, and I'm just going to do it short and quick and to the point. I could easily do a whole story time, but I'm just not going to even do that because I'm not going to put my energy into this that hardcore because I just don't want to. I did back then.
Because it's also not really that true.
My energy was very much into this back.
So notice her little, and it's not really that, but it is. It is true. That's the sad thing. And the Narc Alert is going to try to twist it and spin it to make it sound like it's not true, even though she's going to accuse Amber of doing the same thing.
I was very upset. So let's get into it. So if you guys remember, I came on my YouTube and I said, "Oh, I can't."
No, Liz, she was very upset. You don't recall that?
Can't get weight loss surgery until I don't binge.
Now, she may or may not have been, but here we have the Narc Alert dismissing Amberlynn's feelings about somebody revealing her personal medical information, being who her doctor is.
For a whole.
Vex, it's my fault. But it's also your fault, too. Thank you, Vex, for the super chat, says it's always our fault. Well, it's never her fault. Let's just put it that way.
I mean, this isn't her fault. Somebody else revealing her medical information that she did not reveal herself isn't her fault. It's not. I mean, so, but the Narc Alert is making it seem like, well, it's your fault. You made me do this, kind of a thing. But did you hear her just say, oh yeah, it's your fault, blaming her audience as well? Which somebody in her chat is the one that gave her the information, the clinic to look up. Otherwise, she would have had to have spent all night looking through 21 different clinics.
It came out of nowhere. It was confusing. It was weird. It made no sense. But I held on to that and I said, okay, let's do it. Then I had an appointment with my dietitian and she said, you're going to come meet the surgeon because we need to talk to you about something. And this was before I was even supposed to meet the surgeon. Okay. Sorry, I itch right here, so that's why I'm super red.
Scratched.
Yeah, my skin. Amberlynn.
Anyways, I was going to meet the surgeon even before I was supposed to. So, long story short, hundreds and hundreds of people were emailing my surgeon.
I don't know if it was hundreds and hundreds. Can't confirm that. Can't disprove it. But even 2 people doing it is 2 people too many.
Finding his.
Long story short, yeah, you missed a lot of details in there. So, guys, that was a.
Doesn't matter. She's deflecting.
Listen, this is funny.
Of people were.
She says she's talking away about the surgery, and then all of a sudden, boom. Long story short.
So, long story short, hundreds and hundreds of people were emailing my surgeon.
You guys.
Finding his Instagram.
You guys.
Messaging him. They were contacting my surgeon's office through the phone,
Oh,
through messages.
no.
And it's this. I just find the Narc Alert's reactions to this I just think it's gross. Oh no, people were contacting your Come on.
Any way that people could contact my surgeon, they were finding it and they were doing it. So how did people find out who my surgeon was? A reaction channel.
That was me.
How did that
Yeah, it was you. It was you.
reaction channel find out?
That was me and Kicking Geese. Do you remember Kicking Geese? She seems to be remarkably absent from this whole story, but Kicking Geese and I were together at that time.
Yeah, so here she is confirming, yeah, we did this, but she's throwing Kicking Geese right under that bus. Oh, well, it was Kicking Geese too. Yeah, but you were the one at the keyboard, looking it up, finding it, and sharing the information on your live stream. You didn't have to do that. So, but here she is putting the blame on other people as, well, it was Kicking Geese too. She was sitting right next to me. You know, she's just trying to not take the blame. Doesn't feel like she did anything wrong.
At the time of the weight loss surgery, right? I'm gonna let her finish, and then I'm gonna.
She's coming across so smug as well. Oh no, and yeah, you know, it just.
Who my surgeon was because I read maybe 2 sentences of an email.
So I don't recall. So I thought the email came later, and like March or something, March or April of 2023. The live stream that I just showed you was from December 2022. Now, I don't know how many people have watched that live stream from the Narc Alert. We can certainly find out here. So this is interesting. The Narc Alert has removed that live stream. It's gone. It was day 6. The video was titled Weight Watchers Day 6 Live React. That video is gone. It was uploaded on December 6th. I have it downloaded. But that video is gone now. Let me see if I can show you my screen. It's gone. Here's day 9. Here's a video. This video was uploaded on, or this video was streamed on December 3rd. We skip from December 3rd to December 10th. She's removed that live stream. How interesting. So I don't know how many views it had. I don't recall. But I find it very interesting that the Narc Alert has removed that video. I wonder if it got flagged. But yeah, sorry, that was a tangent.
That was sent to me by my surgeon's office.
Okay, for one thing, she says, that's one thing. So how did all the alerts find out how? Because we traced 2 lines of an email, a private email that she published.
So I don't recall the email being that early in the process. Because, as I showed you in the previous video, they found the doctor information much earlier in December. And there was confirmation at the end of January from a member of the Narc Alert's Discord, because they were at the same in-person seminar that Amberlynn was at. And I want to say that email that she showed us wasn't shown until March or April or something.
We showed on YouTube, I might add, which was, this.
Was it smart of Amberlynn to do that? No. Amberlynn really should know by now, especially with people finding wifey and doxing wifey, that some people in this community will go to great lengths to dig up information on Amberlynn.
Might have more to do with how people found her surgeon.
And this surgeon is actually amazing, an amazing surgeon. Number one surgeon in the state where I am going, and they do it robotically. And normally, they actually taught this there. Normally, the surgeon has like one robotic in their like hospital or whatever, but they have two, and they said it's very rare for a bariatric facility to have two, but they have two because of how good they are. This surgeon has won awards. Things are looking up, and things are, I don't know, I'm just feeling really good. I'm just feeling really
Award-winning surgery, who's the top in the state, who's at a bariatric center that has 2 robotic devices that nobody else has. Gosh, Merck dug a lot for that.
Why did you have to dig at all for that? Why did you have to look forward at all and share that information? Now, I don't recall when this video from Amberlynn was posted. I think this may have been maybe November or something, maybe 2022. I didn't see the date. But why do you have to look at all? Just because Amberlynn's excited about this doctor and their credentials, and she's sharing this, why does that give somebody the right to go look up the doctor's information, share who the doctor is, and then have people contact that doctor? Even if the doctor is a public figure, it doesn't give people the right to contact them about a patient, as I've already said several times. But the way the Narc Alert is acting, like, oh, well, maybe they found it because you shared this information. Why even find it at all?
Okay. That's just one. Let's go back to the...
Yeah, so she's acting like, it's not my fault. I didn't have to look that hard, whenever she just said in her last video, the live stream that we watched, that, oh, there's 21 different clinics in the area.
Let's go back to this now.
This reactor wanted to know so badly who my surgeon was,
that's what it was.
that they faced wanting to get weight.
You did want to know so badly. We just heard you say, oh, well, we'll find it. We'll find it. I'm going to have to spend all night narrowing this down. Yeah, you wanted to know.
Surgery, just so they could get that email back to them to confirm who my weight loss surgeon was. And once they confirmed who my weight loss surgeon was, what did they do? They doxed him.
Okay. Now, when Amberlynn Reed mentioned that there was an online seminar that she was going to take, well, our whole community, as well as I'm sure all of Kiwi Farms, and maybe some of the lovely, kind people on Reddit, well, everybody was very interested in this.
Were they? I mean, we're not talking about Kiwi Farms. We all know Kiwi Farms is a toxic place. I've never been there, but I mean, from what I've heard from people, it's apparently a very toxic place. Reddit, Reddit's hit or miss. Because apparently, thanks to Narc Alert, most of Amber's subreddits have been taken down. So, we're not talking about those places. We're talking about your YouTube channel where you found this information and signed up for a seminar that you have no interest in.
Right? So, as I've shown you just in that one clip, there's a lot of them, but there's that one clip that basically, without saying a name, has told us exactly the bariatric center she was going to. We were not, to be honest, we were really not that interested in who the hell her surgeon was.
But you wanted to know where she was going.
The shady, stupid, petty little thing that we wanted to do is
she's downplaying what she did. And we just did this little shady, stupid thing. It wasn't anything. I have a channel with almost 23,000 subscribers. We didn't share anything.
To take the online seminar that Amberlynn was going to take. We wanted to learn all the information she was going to learn, and maybe later down the road we could catch her and stuff because we took that seminar too.
Yeah, it's stupid to want to sign up for this seminar just so you could try to catch Amberlynn in a lie later, when the seminar is probably a general, just a general overview seminar. But then once you get into the program and start working with people, you might be told something differently because your personal situation may be different from the generic information in the seminar.
Educational seminar on weight loss surgery. Well, now, the problem is Amber said, I needed to know this so badly that I called up this center and I lied about needing surgery and my weight and all this bullshit to get an email back, right?
Well, you lied about you lied about putting your information into the website to get into the seminar.
Let me show you. This is from the Kentucky Bariatric Center website. Okay, it's a website. A website, by its very nature, is a public way to share your contact information for a business. Many businesses build websites so that the...
She's being very condescending. She's being very, very condescending about this whole website thing. It's...
general public can find them and contact them to get involved in getting their services or buying their goods. That's what websites are for, right? So given the information that she gave us, we narrowed it down to this particular Kentucky Bariatric Center. Now, to be honest...
But that's not where you went. You went to the Georgetown. You went to the Georgetown Bariatric Center. That's not the website that you were on whenever you signed up for the seminar. And see, she's on Kentucky Bariatric. Yeah, that's not the website that she just showed us in her live stream. Well, that I showed you in the live stream. That was a completely different website. And it tells us right here on their website. Sorry, I'm looking at it right now. I'm not going to share the screen. That it's an online seminar presented by Dr. Eric Smith. Okay, hold on here. This is, okay, the Kentucky Bariatric Institute. Okay, this is the same form. This is the form for the website for Dr. Smith's.
We were never really sure if this was the right place, but, we just figured, close enough anyway, right?
You were.
You see this form here, it says...
No, you were like, oh yeah, this has to be it. And this was confirmed in January.
Was not intended for the submission of personal medical information. What they ask here for is a date, how many people are going to attend, your name, your email address, your phone number, insurance, and how you heard about them. So I did lie. I said I was self-paid because I don't really have insurance. But if I was going to go to Kentucky...
I'm not even sure if Canadians can really... I mean, does it have an option for country? Let me look at the form. Oh no, it doesn't even ask for an address. It asks for a phone number.
Bariatric Institute, I would be a self-pay, so I guess it's not really a lie. So, yeah. Now, involved in this seminar and also on the website, you can see right here is a little thing called Meet Our Team. Meet Our Team. Now, the delicate and doxed Dr. Smith is...
Again, she's minimizing. Oh, he's so delicate. He's been doxxed. I've put him in danger.
Right here. Remember, she's the one that said it was the award-winning head of the place.
Doesn't matter. She never shared what clinic she was going to. She never shared the doctor's name. She just gave some general information because she was excited about it.
Who's done celebrities, right? The man has an Instagram with 50,000 followers, apparently.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean people need to be contacting him on his Instagram, whether he has 5 followers or 50,000 followers, to contact him about one of his patients.
I don't know. I heard Zachary Michael say that yesterday. Can you tell me how the fuck I can dox a doctor who's got a website with their contact information there? With a general form for anybody to fill out. Anybody can go on this website and fill out this form. Anybody. And you can get a link to that online seminar and you can take it. You know what we did? And about 200 people took it. And it was fun.
Yeah, they did this in her Discord. So here's my concern. I don't know if there's a limited number of people allowed in each seminar, or if, because maybe if it's online, maybe the broadband issues, they can only have maybe 100 people per class, or per seminar, especially if there's a Q&A portion. I don't know. But if they limit the number of people that can get in to each seminar, there's 200 people that did not need to be in this seminar that could have been taking the place of somebody that really does need to be in that seminar to get the information, to get bariatric surgery. And if they weren't able to get into that seminar, you're putting off their time to get this procedure, to learn this information. Or maybe they were like, all right, I'm going to do this. And then maybe later they're like, oh, well, maybe I don't want to. You could be putting off somebody's treatment if the seminars have limited space. And as far as the doxing, maybe you didn't dox Dr. Smith, but you doxed Amberlynn's medical information. Pretty much. Oh, this is where she's going. This is who her surgeon is. Because people started contacting the clinic, apparently.
It was quite boring, to be honest. It wasn't that interesting. And then we moved on from it. And I'll tell you something else. You know, when we took the seminar, the day after Amberlynn Reed took the seminar. So isn't it fascinating then that, number one, here's another thing I'm going to say. Now, I can't speak for everybody in my community because I don't know most of you.
Well, here's the thing. Not only people in your community were able to see that live stream you did where you showed the clinic.
Excuse me. I don't know most of you. But generally the way my community rolls is we're not very mean-spirited. We're not.
I disagree. People in her community can be very mean-spirited towards Amberlynn. And probably Foodie Beauty too, but I don't pay attention to. I completely disagree.
We raise money for things. We do charitable stuff.
Good for you. You guys gave $1,000 to Beck or whatever. You raise money for Beck. Sure, you do charitable things. People can be shitty people, but still do charitable things. I'm not saying, that she's a serial killer or a criminal, but you have people that are serial killers that, grape other people, but they'll volunteer at food banks. You have hardened criminals and murderers that will do charitable things. It doesn't mean that you're completely a good person. Just because you do charitable things doesn't mean you're a saint.
That's kind of in our DNA, even in our Discord. In our Discord, if you make a comment on an Amberlynn Reed video, you're not even allowed to repost it in our Discord because we don't want to promote that kind of petty stupidity.
And I don't understand this. Are you saying that people are only going to post petty, stupid things on Amberlynn's videos? That isn't saying that your community isn't mean-spirited now, is it?
Right. So the thought that my community would go to the effort to do that is kind of ridiculous. I can't prove or disprove that.
I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Also, I'm curious, did they all call and say, hi, I'm calling from the office of the Narc Alert, and I'd like to report Amberlynn Reed? Like, how did she know those weren't people from Kiwi Farms? Or
doesn't matter because they weren't, apparently. I do wonder how Amberlynn knew that it was the Narc. Well, the video that she probably saw the video. Somebody probably shared with her the video that the Narc Alert did. Now, I don't know what information the clinic or Dr. Smith shared with her, but she probably put two and two together.
Assuming that people called. Here's another point. This famous doctor has dealt with television personalities before on TLC. The guy's on television. TLC, I know this is going to come as a really big surprise to you guys. TLC has a little bit more reach than I do on here on the Narc Alert channel. There might be more people that know him from TLC than from the Narc Alert.
But you know what? Here's a little secret. People weren't contacting him about Amberlynn because he's on TLC. Amberlynn isn't on TLC. Amberlynn's on YouTube, and so are you. So people that watch him on TLC aren't going to give a shit or know who Amberlynn is if that's the only place they know him from. It's your argument's completely irrelevant. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay, it's so stupid. We never asked anybody to phone the fucking doctor. I don't even remember the doctor's name until she...
I don't believe that. I believe she knows his name very well. Yeah, sure, you don't have to ask people to go do it because you know people in the community in Gore World are fucking toxic sometimes and will do that shit. They found out who Wifey was. Somebody took a picture of Wifey while she was outside walking Twinkie. People do some crazy ass stupid shit in the community.
Said it. Nobody cares. It's such a non-issue. We filled out a friggin' form to watch a weight loss.
Again, minimizing her actions. Oh, all we did was fill out a form. That's all we did. That's not all you did.
That's what the famous doxing is all about. I know, I found a surgeon's public website. I'm a monster. I don't even
Deflection. And completely minimizing again. Not the point.
remember pointing out his contact information. I filled out this form. I'm the one that's, quite frankly, still getting email.
Oh, poor Narc. She's still getting emails from the bariatric clinic. You didn't have to point out the contact information. We could see the phone number on the screen for the clinic. But you gave the website. Doesn't take a genius to be like, oh, well, let me go get the information.
From the Kentucky Bariatric Institute. You know, I know you guys, it's shocking. TLC does actually have a few more viewers than me.
Not the point.
And Amy and Tammy might have more haters or people that watch them than Amberlynn because that TLC thing again. But
do you really think people were contacting Dr. Eric Smith about Tammy? I find that highly unlikely. Highly unlikely.
You know, poor Dr. Smith, man, he's never been the same since the Narc alert got her teeth on him. Because that's the kind of monster. It's just the kind of monsters that we are. You know, so once I doxed him, then you monsters took over and you just called and called and called. Because you're just, it's, you know, and...
You know, again, I can't confirm or disprove that it wasn't hundreds of people. But certainly at least a few did. At least some did. And that's still a few too many. And whether they were from the Narc Alerts community directly or just other people that watched her video and had that confirmation. You don't know who's in your Discord, everybody in your Discord. There could be people in there that completely have malicious intentions.
And actually Instagrammed him. I don't know. Like Amber said, you searched out and you found his Instagram? A famous television surgeon with thousands of followers, and you guys sniffed him out.
Irrelevant.
Crazy.
Regardless of whether he's famous or not, that doesn't, again, I'm repeating myself, doesn't mean people need to be contacting him about one of his patients and their care. Did I speed her up? I'm sorry. Yeah, I did. Okay.
Let's go back.
They said, this is Amberlynn's surgeon. This is who he is. Blah, 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 blah. Well, my surgeon was Dr. Smith.
She's shaking her head. No, we didn't do that. I mean, they did go there and say, oh, this is Dr. Smith. This is where he is. This is who the surgeon is.
Like I said, I want to tell too, there's a shout out to Lauren. Lauren Burkhart, is it? You guys know, we've posted the link before. She did a really good video about this topic. And it's not really good because it kisses my ass. She posts a live stream that I forgot about that shows Kicking Geese and I giggling and talking the surgeon's name and the website and all that. I don't like that. I don't really like that I did.
Really? So, Lauren Burkhart is how I found the date of the video. I haven't watched her video, so I don't know if she was kissing the Narc Alert's ass or not. But the Narc Alert is saying, oh, I'd forgotten about that live stream, the one that we just watched a clip of that is now gone. Now she's saying, oh, I don't like that I did that.
I think it was kind of tacky now looking back.
So you think it was tacky, but yet you didn't do anything wrong and it was fine and it was perfect and easy of you to do.
We didn't do anything wrong and we didn't dox the surgeon, I'll tell you that. The other thing is Kicking Geese is sitting right beside me, telling me to lie about the insurance. So she's no innocent angel in all this either, Amberlynn Reed. But
so again, deflection. Oh, it wasn't just me Kicking Geese. Bus. Yeah.
Regardless, she is, because we didn't do anything wrong. Did we go too far? Probably. Was it stupid? Yeah. Would I do it again? Probably not.
So you didn't do anything wrong, but it was stupid, and you went too far and shouldn't have done it. But she is completely unwilling to admit that she has any role in this, and that she did anything wrong by going through and signing up for the same seminar at the same place and revealing where that place was and who the doctors were, when she knows people in this community can be absolute shits. Come on now.
But we really didn't do anything wrong. We didn't dox anybody, and we certainly didn't ruin her
You did. You doxed Amberlynn's medical information, who her doctor was.
surgery. It's amazing how we showed that seminar the day after she took it, and yet all these hundreds of alerts sat on that personal contact information for fucking months before they started calling the doctor, like 10 months later, to get her.
No, it wasn't 10 months later. If she took this seminar in early December, when was this? This was what, like, no later than like May, I would say. But this was probably like March or April when people were doing this. It was like 3 or 4 months. And again, it doesn't have to be people from your community, because that was a public live stream that anybody could go watch. Secondly, we did have confirmation in your Discord in late January, as I showed, that it was the clinic.
Surgery moved up, and then she didn't like that and couldn't do it. So I still don't even understand what the problem was here, but anyway.
The problem is that you shared information that you shouldn't have shared. But here she is saying, oh, well, because the people contacted, your surgery got moved up. We did a good thing for you. You shouldn't be mad that we did this thing.
Let's just finish it off.
Who did Tammy Slayton's surgery. I have met him. He is wonderful. He was understanding. So when I met him and we had that meeting, I explained to him everything. He explained to me the type of messages and things that he was receiving. It was people saying how I binged and I lie. So not only was I fighting for my...
So, and why does she think that it's all from the Narc Alerts community?
It may not be. You're right on that, but it was from a video that you shared.
It's not Kiwi Farms. It's not Reddit. And quite frankly, in watching Zachary Michael's video, she says here she thanks him because he knew and he sat on it. He's pissed off because I never even thought of it till he said it yesterday.
Okay, the Zachary Michael thing. It was shitty of her to do that. We're gonna skip the Zachary Michael portion here.
She gave him that information, and then that was highly manipulative, because then he couldn't react properly because he had to keep her secret while he was reacting the whole time. Maybe a Putu, thank you for the super chat, says Merc equals the world's best Guess Who champion. So, he wasn't happy with that manipulation, but then he even says she sent him a kind of mean-spirited DM that she was mad at him because she said he was doxing her surgeon. So, in the moment, she was mad at him, but she was mad at us, but apparently it wasn't Kiwi Farms or Reddit. Like, Amber, you gave out enough personal information that the whole day...
Okay, maybe I won't remove it, but I probably left it in. Just because she shared information that she was excited about does not give people the right to contact her doctor after it's been revealed who it is. God, I keep repeating myself. I'm so sorry.
Internet knew where you were going for the surgery. Nobody doxed your doctor. So stupid.
But you would have to go look up the information. Just because somebody shares information does not give you the right to go look it up, confirm, find out who people are, and then contact those people.
I was fighting against hundreds of people because of a careless reaction channel. I was pissed. I was hurt.
You know who's careless, Amber? You. That's why you're trying to twist this narrative like you always do. Because really, if you want, lots of people, famous people, not that she is, celebrities go...
Complete deflection here. I wasn't careless. You're the one that was careless by giving too much information. So therefore, I had to go look up who this was. I wasn't careless at all by live streaming this. My hands are completely clean in this. I didn't do anything wrong. It's all you. She's saying that Amberlynn's twisting and deflecting. It's exactly what the Narc Alert's doing here.
Doctors, and people know the doctors they go to for this stuff. It's not a big deal. But if...
Are people contacting those doctors, though? Telling them that they're lying? Trying to interfere with their treatment? No.
If you truly want to keep that secret, then you shut your fucking mouth and you don't talk about how good he is and what he does and what's in the clinic and what awards he's won. You shut your mouth.
Or how about people be decent and don't try to interfere and dig up shit on people? You're telling a vlogger. Amberlynn vlogs about her life. She's just talking about the weight loss surgery that she's excited to get, and you're telling her to shut the fuck up. What? It's...
You know who's careless? You're careless. You were careless, not us. We were stupid.
Hurt.
You were stupid and you were careless and you shouldn't have done it. You were in the wrong, but she cannot admit that she did anything wrong.
Because it's like, react to me all day. Go for it. I really don't care at this point, but stop getting in the fucking way of my life.
Here's the other thing. What kind of fucking center lets randos from the internet phone the surgeon to talk about one of his patients? Can you tell me what in the name of holy HIPAA is going on in the United States that can happen?
They weren't calling the surgeon, they were calling the clinic and talking to people. They were probably calling to talk to the clinic. They were calling the clinic, talking to them. They were contacting Dr. Smith on Instagram because he probably has his DMs open, or he was getting requests from people at least. So they were calling the clinic directly and then maybe trying to get through menus. But then they were contacting him directly and probably emailing as well. I think she said that they were emailing. They weren't calling Dr. Smith's direct line, although that information sometimes is available too.
Because I'm guessing if you found out where my doctor was and phoned them, you wouldn't get through.
Well, they're not going to give the caller any information, but if the caller's like, hey, Amberlynn reads one of your patients, she's lying about binging, you shouldn't do surgery on her. You know, it's if you get 10, 15, 20, 100 people doing that, you're going to be like, let's, what's up with this? Let's bring this patient in and talk to them.
What the fuck are randos on the internet having an impact on her healthcare plan? What in the hell kind of famous doctor? Quite frankly, he should sue her for slander.
But didn't you just say that because people were doing this, her surgery got moved up? So now you're saying, well, we did you a favor by having your surgery moved up, but what kind of a doctor is he for letting us affect your treatment? You can't have it both ways.
Because she's making him look like shit. This doctor's so weak that a few phone calls from randos on the internet make him backtrack and change his entire surgical plan for her. Really, Amber? I'm guessing Dr. Smith might disagree with that.
Like,
I don't think that's what happened. I think he probably was, I don't know, I mean, I have no clue what happened. But apparently they were getting enough calls that they wanted to bring Amberlynn in to talk to her and evaluate her a little more closely and see, what could be done. Because it almost sounds like maybe the dietitian was hearing this information that she was binging, and that's why the dietitian wanted her to go a year without binging. Maybe that's what happened.
you got in the way of my life.
No, you did.
So when
With this one, Amberlynn is the one that gets in the way of her own life. But people should not have been calling, trying to interfere.
the surgeon heard about all
This is the good
and
part.
heard my side of the story, that is when things were changed. And he was like, you know what, a year is way too long. Explained to me that they've never been in this type of situation.
So we did a help. She could get the surgery earlier. We did a help.
Just because now she's taking credit. Oh, we didn't do anything wrong. We didn't do this. But now she's taking credit for Amberlynn's, possible ability to get the surgery to be moved up.
Where like someone who was well known gets doxxed and now he's receiving all of these messages and calls.
He wasn't doxxed, you moron. Do you know what doxing is? Sharing a public website with public contact information on it for a public service. Okay, private service, whatever. It's not doxing. And the entire internet has said it, except for, bless Yo Mama, but
I don't watch Yo Mama, so I don't know what he said. But doxing is sharing somebody's private information. Who Amberlynn's doctor is her private information. Who Dr. Smith's patients are is private information. That's what was shared that shouldn't have been shared. Talking about HIPAA violations. See, what was it you said? What in the holy HIPAA?
everybody in the damn community knows it wasn't doxing and you're just being ridiculous.
And stuff like, not only like was that not fair to me, but it wasn't fair to them as professionals. Like they had to deal with all of these messages.
Absolutely, I agree with Amberlynn here. Any clinic, no matter how famous a doctor there is, they don't need to be dealing with people calling about random shit like this.
That's not fair to them.
No, it's not fair to the reception. of the clinic, which I'm sure is well qualified to deal with that because they have a famous surgeon who has been on television before, so they probably get quite a bit of phone calls. Good, Amber, it's not all about you.
In this instance, it is about her. In this instance, it is about people calling about her.
I missed a super chat from Lainey and Alyssa. Well, then I'm a big dink. Let's go look here. Look, I got this tab. It's going to tell me. I'm sorry. I don't want to scroll back, but Alyssa says we hit 600. Thank you for the super chat, Alyssa. That's very kind of you. And Lainey, thank you for the super chat, too. Very generous. Lainey says, how do you dox a surgeon? Don't they want people to know who they are? Isn't that kind of how they make money? No, he's a secret surgeon. He's only for special secret celebrities.
On this, I also want to thank
It's-
Zachary Michael because he knew.
It's not about that. It's, yeah, he's a famous surgeon. It doesn't mean you need to share. Amberlynn, who's a private citizen, yeah, she's a YouTuber. Don't need to be sharing her
about all of
information.
this. I actually
Manipulative.
told him
So
in
manipulative.
private. I didn't give him like
Yeah, we talked
the
about the
rundown.
Zach
I
stuff
didn't give him every
in
tiny
another
detail,
video.
but
It's
he
fine.
knew who my surgeon was. I went back.
Maybe Pootu, thank you. You didn't have to super chat me. Tell me I missed a super chat. You're way too kind and generous. Thank you.
Gotta find the DMs, but I don't know. A lot of DMs were deleted. I don't know if it was because of him or
Lulu, let's read this. Lulu says, regarding Zachary Michael, I think that Amber just wanted him to share her DMs to him with his channel so that she could drum up views just like what's happening with you now. I don't know. I think it's highly manipulative of her to tell him who the surgeon was. So then the whole time he had to pretend he didn't know.
I don't think she should have shared that with Zach, but no, it is what it is.
And now she's coming back and saying that he was lying to his audience because he knew and he wasn't telling. Like, it's so...
if I had him blocked at one point.
It's like...
It's a mess. I do be blocked in, I'm not gonna lie. But just out of respect, I'm not gonna share our DMs because I feel like that's low life. I know.
I love how she never wants to show receipts of stuff that she really has no proof of. Like the whole receipt. Like, I would love to see, for everybody who's...
We would love to see your receipts of not doing anything wrong with this whole situation, which you haven't shown, even though your video title was with receipts, or your community tab post.
shitting on me for doxing a public figure. Yeah, Mark doesn't have any receipts. How about Amberlynn's receipts? I'd like to see
You
some damn
don't.
receipts that it was my community that phoned this surgeon.
I would like to see more information on that, but she probably doesn't have it.
And I don't know, the surgeon should know that he shouldn't be taking advice like this from random people on the internet.
He wasn't. He was probably concerned, okay, I have 50, 60, 70 people contacting me about this. Let's get to the bottom of it.
And the alerts are, you know, a lot of them are really smart, but I don't think they should be advising the surgeon.
Reaction channels a little
She's strawmanning. That's what she's doing here.
to share DMs. It's like their go-to. It's like, oh, Amberlynn messaged me. Let me show you. It's like, for real now, come on. But yeah, Zachary Michael knew, and he didn't say a word. And in his reactions, he acted like he had no idea. And I feel like a lot of people might...
Like, what was that look? What was she gonna... There's a jump cut there. What did she say about Zachary Michael?
We've seen this all before from my last video, so we're just gonna let this play through real quick.
But yeah, Zachary Michael knew, and he didn't say a word.
Look at
and
this.
In his reactions, he acted like he had no idea. And I feel like a lot of people
That's
might
shady,
ask
eh?
this. No, that's not the reason why I didn't end up getting weight loss surgery, because I was still going through with it. Like, Dr. Smith is so freaking amazing. Like, he was so sweet, such a gentleman. He was rooting for me through and through. Like, I wish more than anything, if I ever want weight loss surgery again, that he will be the surgeon, because it's just like, he is incredible. I ultimately did not get weight loss surgery because I didn't feel ready.
So what was the point of all of this?
Ultimately, it was Amberlynn's decision to not get weight loss surgery. Absolutely. But that doesn't make what you did right. It doesn't excuse your bad behavior just because Amberlynn decided to not get weight loss surgery.
What was the point of all of this? Like, if it was simply to call out, like, first of all, it's so stupid it's not true. But if it was true, then why wouldn't you call it out in the moment? This criminal doxing that's going on. Why would you wait a year to even bring it up? The other thing is, you were mad that you had to wait a year for your weight loss surgery, and this apparent criminal doxing moved up your surgery so you could get it sooner. So I really don't get that. I'm so
You can't have it both ways. You can't have it be like, oh, we didn't do anything wrong. We did a good thing for you. But yet we didn't do anything.
confused about what the problem is here. I don't know. Can you guys enlighten me why it would be a problem if you want surgery and then it gets moved closer? Why that's a problem?
Because you shared her personal, private, medical information, basically. you confirmed who her surgeon was and where she was going in a live stream that was probably seen probably at least 1,000 times by people. It's not okay to do that. And that live stream is gone now, so apparently somebody either flagged it or you realized you should take it down.
Is it because she didn't have the money because her and Floyd were fighting? I don't know. Like, we can't even... I mean, it's all just stupid speculation, made up story time, because we'll never know. But wow, isn't that quite a story? So now you see how clearly I completely doxed her surgeon and put his entire family at risk, right?
I forget the fallacy on this. It's like absurdum, I think. She's completely just making it ridiculous. Oh, we can put his family at him. No.
I genuinely didn't. I didn't feel like I had the support that I needed because me and my now ex.
So I will say that I did mishear Amberlynn when I was watching this video the first time, her video. I thought she said she had the support, but she said that she didn't feel like she had the support she needed because she and Feline were fighting. I misheard her on that. So, yeah, it would be like, since she didn't feel like she had the support and didn't feel ready for it, I misheard that in my last video, so my opinion on that has changed a little bit, but yeah, regardless.
We were just going through a lot at the time, and it was super expensive, like $35,000. Like, it was just like a lot.
It was 23. She told us it was 23.
23, 35 doesn't matter. I mean, that's the least of my concerns at the moment.
I don't know that. That's been pointed out before, right? I don't have to look that up. And she told us it was 23, and she said Flood was helping her pay for it.
A lot of different things that were causing me to be like, this is not the right choice right now.
All right. So apparently that's where I decided to end this portion of the Narc Alerts video about doxing. Anyway, this has been very, very long. I apologize. Regardless of that, yeah, do you think what the Narc Alert did was okay? Do you think it was bad of her to do for her to do this, share the information? Now she's trying to completely distance herself from it, but then trying to blame other people. But then, oh, also, we did a good thing. Why are you mad about this? I don't know. And then there's also the whole Discord thing. And then, what do you think about that live stream no longer being available? Well, I think I said everything that I needed to say in this video. I hope so, because this is going to take me a little bit of time to edit, but we're not going to do a lot of editing, so I apologize for the lack of editing in this video. But I think that's all we have on this one. Do you think Amberlynn's beef with the Narc Alert is justified? Let me know down below. I hope you have an amazing rest of the week, and until next time, be safe and take care.